Hello and welcome to Draig Dice, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition stream here on the Bunny and Dragon Network. Welcome, peoples. I am joined by Amelia, L Bunny, Sword, and Zedigan.
Hello. Hello.
I'm joined by these four. We do not have the other two with us today, but we have you four. And we are setting off and continuing our wonderful adventure. Which, I just want to point out, this is, I think about the 34th session of this adventure, and you guys are only now leaving the starting town. You're only now setting out for a different town. We're like a year into the campaign.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Wait,
it.
we are?
No,
We
no,
actually are?
no. I don't think it's been quite fully a year. Like almost a year. We're like 32 episodes in or something. 32 weeks in. We've missed kind of for the weeks we missed. We're almost a year into the campaign. I'm pretty sure. But last time, after Boo Hurt was, and is the music too loud? I hope it's not.
I don't hear any music. I think I might have
What?
turned it off.
Well,
Oh,
why would
man.
you do that?
Well, because it's too much sometimes.
So, after Boo Hurt was brutally murdered by a passing cultist, the group were gathered around his dead body when a crow flew into him, and his body lifted into the air. Dark shadows overtook him, and something happened. And when his body came back down, it was still more or less the same body, though somewhat less muscly. But the body had instead become possessed, if one would become changed and possessed by a spirit who only knew herself as Memory. The bird fought this somewhat supernatural crow stuck by their side, and it was a very awkward meeting between Memory and the group, having just basically possessed the dead body of the group's friend, and that was what went on. The group decided to sort of push this to the side for now and prepare with their preparations for leaving today and needing to set out into the along the job that they've been paid to do. They have been told, or rather are going to be paid to be bodyguards for the kin of Wayside City and the kin of this whole region. On a trip down to Crater Point for a meeting that he has been called to, and the party is going to be paid to be basically bodyguards for the trip. They've got currently 1 day of downtime left before they set off on the Royal Airship, and the party used a bit of time after Memory's awakening to do a little bit of shopping. They went to potion shop. Unfortunately, all of the healing potions were in the other potion shop, which is closed. They grabbed one healing potion, didn't grab any other potions so much. I think there was a little bit of shopping at Tristan's Trinkets for some magic arrows. Although half of the arrows aren't even magical, that Memory bought. But a few special arrows were bought by Memory. And this is where we are right now. This is where you guys find yourselves. You are all able to wake up. You all wake up in the morning. In your separate in rooms. And it's you can leave the what are you guys doing as you all wake up? It's early morning.
Well, you know what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
Finishing
Oh
my...
yes, your tattoo.
Yeah, finishing my tattoo, like I said last time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, do you want to get breakfast?
Yeah, of course. I'm still gonna
Take it.
take breakfast and
Yeah.
everything, but I'm gonna spend most of the day for the whole day just finishing tattoo.
Okay. So yeah, as you all sort of gather around the breakfast table early in the morning to get breakfast for what is going to be your last full day in Wayside City. Dave is spending the time with his tattooing kit, tattooing himself, and working on that. What does anyone have anything they want to do? Anything they want to do today?
Let me think.
Any shops you want to go
Cause
to? Anything you want to buy? Anything you want to craft in or research or anything that you think would be useful to you?
well, what was I gonna say? Oh my god, words. Words are hard. Oh, it was there. I was gonna say
It's
it
okay.
too, and I forgot.
Would you like to think about it while someone else speaks?
Yes,
Yeah.
please, because I'm having a hard time with trying to talk.
Do Matilda and Memory have any ideas what they'd like to do?
Matilda wanted to go to Tristan's Trinkets to get the rest of the potions.
The potions are not Tristan's trinkets. They are blue bottle potions.
The other potion shop. Matilda wanted to go to the other potion shop.
Okay, blue bottle potions in the market. Okay. So after breakfast, Matilda, does anyone sort of talk over breakfast, or is it like a very awkward breakfast?
Dave is still processing memory's existence, so Dave will be relatively silent.
Processing memory's existence.
Memory is also processing memories exist.
Okay.
That makes two of us.
So
Matilda isn't a morning person.
an awkward silent dinner breakfast passes by to begin with. But you guys then sort of split off. So Matilda, you head towards the marketplace where the stalls have started being set up. And as you head towards to the marketplace, you are able to get to the Blue Bottle Potions market stall, which I have a list for. You get there, you see this this catfolk you've seen before, this male catfolk with dark grey fur, wearing a very elaborate suit of green and gold, who is just finished setting up the market stall. As you approach, he sort of nods to you respectfully, like, "Ah, hello. What can I what is it you need?"
Good morning. I was wondering what type of health and healing potions you have.
Healing potions. Yes, my sister told you'd be stopping by. And he pulls out 5 bottles, three smaller bottles and 2 slightly bigger bottles, and places them along the row of the stall, along in the row. This is what we have: 3 minor potions and 2 lesser.
Yes, I will take all of those, thanks.
Ooh, big spender. Very well. In which case, maths. Maths is not my strong suit. That will I need a calculator.
What did I can?
Can you imagine this in real life? Can you imagine walking up trying to buy something from like a supermarket or something? Yeah. Maths.
So he's like, well, Okay, that'll be 36 gold for those potions.
Perfect.
36 gold.
So Matilda gives 1 platinum and then 26 gold.
1 platinum and 26 gold. Okay, yeah, go ahead and minus that from your sheet.
Mm-hmm.
1 platinum, 36 gold, and 26 gold, not 36. You give him the money, and
I think that's exact.
he gives you the potions. So you get 3 minor healing potions, and you get potions, healing. You get 2 lesser healing potions.
Uh-huh.
You now have a solid little stack of potions. And can I interest you in anything else?
I think that's okay, thanks. I don't want to get too encumbered for my trip eventually.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Have a safe flight.
Thanks.
Meanwhile, yeah, you as you leave the stall, you see Tristan from the Tristan's Trinket stall nearby. Sort of gives you a little wave. So he gives you like a he a little the one of those finger waves. So they lift their hand and wiggle their fingers.
Matilda waves back.
Ah, excuse me, little mouse.
Hello?
Just thought you might want to know. I have some more of those special arrows if your recently possessed friend wants them.
Oh, perfect. I'll let them know if I find them. And then I'll point her your way.
Happy to be of help.
Thanks.
A arrow can be a useful tool. I'm sure you'll be needing plenty of them very soon.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
And you head out to the marketplace. Memory, is there anything you'd like to do? Is there anything Memory would like to do to spend the day? There's plenty more things to buy and plenty more places.
Memory would like to do some research.
Research? Okay. What do you want to research? Where are you researching?
The library and the Temple of Pharasma.
Okay. And what are you trying to research at those 2 places?
I suppose one way to word it would be her purpose. She spoke briefly with the priestess of Pharasma about her being the champion. She wants to see in the Temple of Pharasma if there's any records about previous champions, and she also wants to know everything about the necromancy cult as she can.
Okay. So you head to the temple first?
Yes.
Okay. So you head to the temple. You head in. As you enter the temple, the sort of the few clerics and people who were about their business, sort of a silence comes over the temple as they all hush and stare at you as you enter. Even though you're currently wearing the ring, and your armor is disguised, word has spread, and you see them all looking at you with like almost a look of awe. A couple of young clerics close to you they drop to one knee and bow their heads as you pass them.
Please, there is no need.
You are the chosen, yes? The chosen one.
That appears to be so, though it was not my choice.
Yes, champion. What can we do for you?
I need to know everything I can about the enemy that I face.
Of course, champion. The head priestess sort of walks on over like, now back to your duties, everybody. Champion, hello. Memory, was it?
That is the name I am using in place of the one I have forgotten.
Well, what more assistance can I lend you?
I need to know everything I can about this necromancy cult.
Very well. Well, there's not much to go on. If you talk about the recent attacks, yes?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have much to go on. The attacks have been only one attack that we can pin down to them so far. We believe that somebody inside the city may have been responsible for the attack. The party members that you are currently with, that Boohurst was with, they did find some evidence. I believe it pointed to a noble in Crater Point, I believe. You'll have to speak more with them. I don't remember the details.
I've tried reading Buert's scrawled notes on the subject, but quite frankly, his handwriting is unreadable.
Well, from what I remember the investigation, there was a noble crest found at noble crest, like from a ring or something, in the an impression in the skin of our previous undertaker who was murdered by the cultists. What? Does anyone remember what the noble crest was? I wrote it down for you. I told you. I'm
No,
hoping
should
you
know it
remember.
too, 'cause you're the DM.
Yes, but a law has happened.
And the point?
Mate, if you don't remember the noble crest, then you know that's your guys' fault.
Marty, I have the attention span on that. I cannot remember those things, okay?
Was it a lion?
I think it was the lion. I have no memory of it myself, but I'm certain someone wrote it down. One of you must have written it down, surely.
Written it down, yeah.
Written it down, yeah.
Written it down.
Mhm.
Wrote it.
So,
Gosh.
yeah, they found a noble crest. I believe it belonged to a noble family in Crater Point. Unfortunately, we haven't discovered much more. The necromancer who orchestrated the attack must have escaped. We tracked their trail to the edge of the city, but they escaped the city itself. We do know there was a symbol that we haven't seen before associated with any necromantic cults of our knowledge. A cracked grave. I hope that is helpful.
Does this symbol sound or appear familiar to memory?
The symbol of a cracked grave. Well, I'm gonna ask you to make me a Is there like a is there like there's no history? Make me a Make me a. I'm gonna say make me a will roll. A will save and throw roll.
I would if the Foundry would let me. Hold on, let me try exiting and reloading. Yeah, I like stuck on like. Here we go. Foundry's just taking absolutely forever to load.
Yeah,
So it
that
was on-
happens unfortunately sometimes. Let's see what you get if you get something. No, the standard symbol it doesn't ring any bells to you.
Oh, my head's still too groggy.
No, that's understandable. Whoever was behind it though, it took an attack of that scale must have taken. Well, you were not here for it, though your current body was. It was a massive attack, unprecedented scale, not seen since the war. Must have been more than one person. It would have taken planning and coordination. It had to have been done from inside the city, and it can't have just been one or a couple of people. This is the efforts of a large group. We've fortified and put extra guards around the graveyards to hopefully prevent this from happening again. But it makes me nervous. I do worry.
Yes, the recent undead attack, the undead were risen from the graveyard within the city. It's certainly one way of getting an army past the city walls.
It's worrying. But we don't have any proper leads at the moment. Unfortunately, we have nothing to go on.
I will do what I can to find answers at Crater Point. Maybe have a word with this noble.
I hope that you will be able to do so. Well, it was like the
It's only a
Lionheart
matter-
family, wasn't it? It was like a Lionheart, wasn't it? Lionhead? Lionheart?
Lionheart sounds familiar.
It might have been the Lionheart noble family.
Yeah, Lionheart sounds familiar.
Let's
too.
assume it was that, and I'll review that episode of the streams if in between to check.
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
It's only a matter of time before these necromancers do something else. I fear they will do something much more destructive than their previous attack.
That is my worry. We barely defended against that first attack. If they were to strike again, I fear we might not be able to defend against it.
I shall try my very best.
Yes. Well,
Thank you for your time, for the information.
I will be. I don't. I do not. I will be traveling with you to Crater Point. I must. I need to. I must request additional grave guards from the Temple of Pharasma in Crater Point.
It will be a pleasure and an honor to have you by my side.
And it will be a pleasure to travel by your side, champion. Now, if you... Yes?
You perhaps understand the will of the goddess better than I do. Do you know... Could you suspect... do you know why she chose me? As of countless others.
I do not. The will of the goddess is... It is unknowable to us. We can only guess. I do not know why she chose a already passed on spirit. I do not know why she chose you, why she sent you back to inhabit this body. But if she has sent you, saw fit to send you now, then it must be because we need you. There hasn't been a champion for over 200 years. If you are here now, it is because you are needed. If Pharasma has seen the webs of fate and life that we have ahead of us, and has saw fit to place you in it, then we can only trust to her wisdom.
That is true, I suppose. I have no choice but to trust in the goddess. Put me here.
Alas, it would be much simpler. It would be much simpler if we could know the exact reasons, but Pharasma does not work that way. She speaks through prophecy, more than not. Perhaps you can find one. Now, I have work I must do to prepare this temple for my leaving, if you don't mind. And she sort of bows respectfully, and she turns and she leaves, and sort of heads to go about her work.
Then we would probably return to the party at this point.
Okay, so you sort of head back to rejoin the rest of the party. Meanwhile, Jomin, what do you want? What do you want to do with your day?
Like Joman was going to maybe walk around town, maybe do a bit of sparring if he can.
Sparring?
Like to boost his skills, of course. So train a little bit before they go and stuff.
Okay, so you'd like to find like somewhere to spar with, somewhere you can train your combat skills.
Yes.
Okay, so you sort of wander a bit, and you eventually find yourself in the vicinity of one of the main guard huts. Let's see if we bring up the map. One of the sort of main guard complexes. And you can see facts. Yeah, you find like where would it be? As you're wandering, you find yourself passing by the near the jailhouse and the guard barracks, close to where the Zeppelins are, where the airships head out from. You find yourself up in that direction, and you see that there are like several guards that are running through training exercises. It's up here, in like the big empty space between the castle walls and the rest of the town and the airship platform, where you can see the royal airship is has been docked and is and ready. You can see there are several guards that are in the middle of training, being led by the captain of the guard that you have met before, Zeldin Fairshade, this dwarf with a blue beard that's got like several braids in it, who is instructing them and is advising his guards and training them in combat. They're mostly sparring with each other or running through fighting maneuvers as you approach. As he sees you approach, like, hey, yes, what is it?
Oh, hello, sir.
Yes, it's you. I remember you.
Oh, I see.
Well, out with it, laddie. What can I do for you?
I was just coming here to train myself, if that's okay.
A grand adventurer like you wants to train with the lowly guard. There's a bit of a chuckle that sort of runs through the nearby guards, and then he sort of gives them a big stern look. It's like, aye, back to it. So, you want to train with my guardsmen?
Yes, sir.
All right, then. All right. Oi! Oi, men! Everybody gather up. Mr... What's the name? Jomin, right?
Jomin, sir. Yes.
Well, Mr. Jomin here is here to show you all how it's done. He's here to train with you today. So, who would like to take on this wee laddie in a sparring match? And a couple of looks go around. The guards, your name has clearly gone around in the time you've been here, and they have heard of you. So they're not too confident. A lot of them don't look too confident on their ability to take you on. And then one hand goes up. A huge orc man, a large orc guard whose armor is perhaps a little bit too small for him, puts up his hands. I'll do it. The guards form a circle around Jomin and this orc. The guards all form a circle around the two of you. As you are there, the orc has in his hands, he has a huge sword, like a giant sword that you've not really seen before. I don't know even, because I don't know what it is. It's called an orc neck splitter. It's this very big, sort of crude looking sword that he carries up in one hand as he stands opposite you in the circle. He sort of looks you up and down. You don't look like much.
Well, rest assured, I actually am, so...
Well, don't hold back.
Okay.
Right then, everybody. No killing each other, obviously. The first to give in, or to be knocked unconscious, loses the bout. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Yes.
Aye, okay then. Well, as he steps back, and everybody, the guards around, start stomping their feet. Dum, dum. They stop, and a bell is run. Gentlemen, roll initiative for me. Okay. Gentlemen, you may act first. What do you want to do?
Okay.
You are able to act first. You are faster. How you gonna act? What are you doing? What would you like?
Oh boy. His short sword back. He has his short sword, right?
You do have a short sword. You could have you can easily. Well, currently you've got your short sword and your shields drawn, so you have those in your hands.
Okay. He's gonna attack like with his short sword.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll first need to spend movement to close the gap between the two of you. One action to move.
Oh.
So you spend one action. You run up and close the gap. And if you wish to use your second action to attack with your short sword, then go ahead. You may do so. A 20 to hit. That's a decent roll.
Mm-hmm.
And that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. I assume you are. Are you attacking non-lethally, or are you going for a lethal strike? I assume. Are you attacking non-lethally?
I guess.
Okay, in which case, all your attacks while attacking non-lethally have a -2 penalty, but it's the same for this guy. That does still hit, so you do 3 points of non-lethal damage as you run up and you whack the guy. You run up and you get underneath his defense and manage to sort of whack the flat of your blade across his shins, stumbling him slightly. You have one action left.
Okay. Let me see. I'll attack him again with my short sword.
Okay, go ahead and make the second attack. Make the multi-attack.
Okay.
So that's it. For you, it wouldn't be the +8 one. It would have been the +4. So that's a total of 14.
Oh.
Because the multi-attack. It's okay. Which does not hit. As you strike him the first time, you swing your sword about again, trying to just knock him out of it. And his large orc neck splitter, this large blade, comes up and blocks the path of your magic short sword. And this large orc man looks down you, and he grins this crooked, toothy grin. That's the end of your turn. That's all 3 actions spent, and he brings this blade down towards you. He does have a -2 penalty. So, oh no, wait, that should be -2, not +1. So he makes a attack roll against you. And tell me, does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Well, that hits you. So he brings this large blade down, and he strikes you with it. Non-lethally, he strikes you in the chest with the as he swings it down with the butt of the sword, and it's a pretty heavy hit, even non-lethally. And you take 5 points of damage as he strikes you with it, and he then attempts to strike you with it again. With a 8 to hit. What is your AC is 19, so he actually critically fails on that one. So as he tries to strike you again, you after he strikes you in the chest, he brings down the hilt towards your face, and you manage to duck out of the way just in time, and instead, as he brings the hilt down, he stumbles out through the air and sort of stumbles and is now off guard. What do you do, gentlemen?
Gentleman will perform a divine lance.
Divine Lance
for gentlemen.
The Divine Lance is a very lethal ability, but you can use it if you want. If it does take him to 0, it might kill him. But he doesn't look that badly hurt, so you could Divine Lance him if you want.
What if I did something else? Like, I mean, I don't really know what other attacks I can do that's not...
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
lethal.
you can Divine Lance him if you want. If you would like...
Kill him, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not very high damage, so you'll be unlikely to kill him with it. And with your Divine Lance, you get a 19 to hit him, which does hit. Go ahead and roll the damage for your Divine Lance. You're choosing you're choosing your good damage. So you're basically doing. You're doing. We don't use like a hard alignment rules. Spirit damage. So you blast him with divine energy, and as you blast a blast of divine energy from your weapon, it smashes into him, and he stumbles completely taken off guard. There's an audible sort of gasp that goes up from the guards around the edge, as you actually this guy is almost launched off of his feet by the attack, and as he actually falls down to his hands and knees, and his sword clatters next to him. One hand's still on it, but he actually falls to his knees from the force of the blast. What do you want to do with your last action? You have him completely off guard at the moment.
I don't really know what I could do. Let me think. What if I just I guess I just draw my sword again, kind of
Yeah, well, you still have your sword.
Just be ready for...
You have one action. You still have your sword in your hand. You could could hit him with it if you wanted.
Yeah, but he's already down.
He's not. Yeah, he's not out though.
Sure, he'll hit him, I guess.
Yeah, you just do the multi-attack penalty, so you have +4.
Where?
In under your short sword.
Wait, where's... Oh. Right. Hold on. There we go.
A 9. Okay, so as you swing your sword at him, you swing your sword trying to get him from behind. He manages to sort of get back half to his feet, and he brings his blade around and knocks your sword aside. You can see he's definitely staggered and taken aback by your blast. At the end of your turn, he goes, and he doesn't try and stab you this time. Instead, well, he doesn't try and hit you with his sword. He just tries to punch you in the face.
Wow.
If you heard that sound, he got a critical success on punching you in the face.
Oh no, that Jomin.
So, Jomin, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage from being punched in the face.
Wow. I see how it is.
As he first punches you in the face, and then he brings his arm down, and he actually brings it down right into your sword arm, and you feel like a crunch, and your arm falls limp by your side, as you cannot use your what hand do you use your sword in?
His right hand.
You cannot use your right hand.
Audie, how could...
Blame the card, not me.
No, I'll blame you, actually, so...
You are currently clumsy and you cannot use your right hand. As he does that, he then brings his fist back for a second attempt to punch you. And rolls a nat 1. How does it go? You go from getting a critical success to immediately getting a critical failure. His critical failure card for this failure is bruised ego. I just want you all to know that. He got the bruised ego card. That's great. So as he tries to punch you the second time, he actually stumbles on the sword that you dropped. He stands on it and slips on it and falls, hitting the ground and lands on the ground. A bit of a chuckle goes up around the guards as he lands awkwardly on his arm, and he appears like maybe sprain his arm from the fall. And his turn ends there. As you're about to do anything else, though, Jomin, the guard captain steps back up. It's like, okay, I think we've seen enough. Oh, now, I did tell you to go easy on each other. Well, not to do anything permanent, but that was entertaining. Okay. Does anyone want to tell me what we witnessed here? Lesson 1. You, Jomin.
Yes.
You all saw how Jomin took advantage of of his opponent's, off-guardness. Your opponent overstretched himself and you took advantage of that well. But then you left yourself open and let your weapon arm get taken out in one strike. Bad move. And you left yourself open, you got blasted, and you didn't think straight. You charged in, and you found yourself on the floor from your own attack. Do better. But I think we've had a good representation here of what to and what not to do. Now, both of you should probably get some medical attention. Go, both of you take a trip. Well, you can heal yourself, I assume. You're a cleric. But, if either you need it, take a trip to the Temple of Serenray. Get yourself healed up. Everyone else, back to it! And everyone goes back to what they should be doing. As you, Jomin, have one arm broken. One of your arms is broken. The orc is heavily bruised and injured. But he gets up off the floor. He extends his hand towards you. He's like, "You fight well."
And so do you.
Sorry about the arm.
It's okay. It's alright. Nothing compared to my broken heart.
We need healing.
Is it? I wanna have Joman heal the guy.
Okay.
Like he just offers to do it like out of kindness.
And what about yourself?
I have to. I wanted to heal you first.
Well, I won't say no. You could go ahead and cast. You're going to use the two action version for more healing. So you can go ahead and cast heal. With your one working arm, you sort of have to put your shield away.
Yeah.
Go ahead and cast heal. Cast one of your healing spells. So if you want, you can use the two action version, and that'll do extra healing, and then roll healing. (2d8 plus 16). It's a pretty good. So that's 20 healing that you give to him. You've actually healed him back to full. As you heal up, he's like, "Thank you. Make sure you take care of that arm." As he picks his sword back up and rejoins the rest of the ranks for training. Do you also want to heal yourself, or do you want to just show up to the rest of the party with a broken arm? What would you like to do, Jomin? Jomin? Hello? Hello? Can anyone?
Hello.
Hello. I hear you now.
I don't know what happened. Okay.
What would you?
I
What
was
would you
saying
like to do?
Joman wants to heal himself.
Okay, go ahead and cast a healing spell on yourself.
Alright.
Poor Jomin. So go ahead and roll the healing. A 2. Well, I mean, you cast the healing spell. Your arm are very painfully sort of the bones fuse together and fix themselves, and you have your arm back. But most of you're still pretty scraped up.
Let's see. I'll be okay.
What would you like to do now?
He heads back to the others.
Okay, you head back. So, everybody sort of, so, Memory, on your way back, you run into Matilda coming from the market. Are the two of you there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so, yep, the two of you on your way back run into each other.
Hello, Memory.
Hello there, little mouse.
Oh yeah, by the way, Tristan, the trinkets, like the trinket shop owner, says that he has some more ammos if you wanted.
Ooh, I might have a look, although I don't have an awful lot of money there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you care to join me?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so the two of you want to head over up to his market stall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you head up to Tristan's market stall in the the marketplace. As you get up to the market stall, he's sitting behind his stall. He cheerily waves to the two of you as you approach. Ah, hello. Well, you found them, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Here for more arrows, friend.
I think, I'm rather more browsing, seeing what new arrows you have.
Oh, well, I have
I don't think I have
plenty.
enough for a purchase
More
as
than
of
just
yet.
arrows. Maybe you fancy a spell scroll, or perhaps an enchantment room to enchant your weapons. Or maybe, well, I have plenty. Perhaps a a magical disguise. I have plenty to sell. What sort of
Unfortunately,
thing are you
at the current
interested in?
moment, I don't have much to buy.
What, much money?
Indeed, I just heard that you had
Ah,
more arrows and wish to oblige you the courtesy of at least looking at your stock.
well, I have more of those tripline arrows that I so graciously sold you before. But I have many more fins besides.
I have yet to have an opportunity to test out the tripline arrows. Do you have any new types of arrows, or is it the same stock that you had before?
Well, I haven't got. This is different than what you saw in the store. This is the market stall. But I don't have anything new, no. But I have things that you did not see there. Though no arrows, so to speak. I have other things in this store that aren't in the main store.
Go on, then.
Well, what kind of things are you interested in? I have perhaps a disguise might be useful for you. I have disguises that could be of great value to an adventurer such as yourself.
Was
Or
he a tiefling?
yes, he is a tiefling.
I knew it.
Or
Perhaps
perhaps.
something to hide.
Oh, I'm sure you have many things to hide, darling, but that's not that I don't mind. You can hide whatever you want. Or perhaps do you know how to read? Yes, I assume you do. Do you?
Checks intelligence score. I don't actually know on that front.
He points at a sign. That's a sign next to him. Can you read that?
Can memory understand
Uh,
the sign?
do you speak common? I assume you do.
I'm guessing she does if she's able to talk.
Do you want memory to be able to read? If so, then yes.
I have to actually come up with this character thing on the spot. She can, but she struggles. It takes her a minute to actually.
I see. Well, if you required, we do have. I do have this, a wonderful little reading aid, as he holds up a rin. A wonderful little reading aid that just helps you read. It's that simple, really. And yes, that is an item. It's called a reading rin.
What does it help you read things in languages that you don't speak?
Nope, it helps you read things in only in languages in which you understand. In which you're fluid. It helps you read things in languages that you are fluid in. So I get basically it's it's like a disability aid basically, for people who struggle reading, or maybe who can't like if maybe a dyslexic person who struggles to read words on a page. It's basically a magical disability aid.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I have this for only 15 gold.
I don't think I'd have much use for it. I will get by with that.
Very well. Well, perhaps you'd find a potency crystal to be of use to, if not yourself, then someone in your party. This
I
little...
don't know the party member well.
Well, this little talisman simply makes makes the attached weapon more damaging, powerful, but it is one use only. Or perhaps, if you're looking to be, well, you are departing on an airship in the morning, are you not?
Oh, yeah.
An accident at height could be so disastrous. This little item, as he holds up what appears to be like a pyramid-shaped spike, like a flat shape. This little item can help you if you were to, say, fall off of the edge of an airship in flight. Perhaps it'll help you save your... Well, it simply helps you find purchase on the handhold if you were to fall. Also, one use only, I should mention. Oh,
I should be fine with
very
that.
well.
But, Miss Hilda, if there's anything out of these that you would like, please don't hesitate.
Perhaps you might be interested in something to deal more damage with your weapons, little mouse. Or maybe a recipe to be able to craft your own upgrades.
I'd say I'm okay, thanks.
Well, do you still want the arrows?
I have not much. I don't have much gold to my name, and I'd like to test out these ones before I buy any more.
Very well. Well, you know where to find us. Find me.
Indeed. It has been a pleasure chatting with you and browsing the wares.
Oh, I'm
Hopefully
sure
we've not
I'm sure we'll
come
meet
back.
again. I'm sure we'll meet again. Ta-ta.
Have a lovely day.
Um,
Bye.
so you, without purchasing anything from him, do you wish to head back to the rest of the group?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
Of
you
course.
head back. You head back and you get there. Dave is still working on his tattoo, and you can like grab a drink or something. As you guys are all there, Jomin comes in, and you can see like Jomin's got like a black eye, and he's holding one of his arms in somewhat pain. He's got like a black eye and a couple scratches on his face. He's clearly been in some sort of fight. As he just walks straight in.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Oh, perfect timing. Jomin, you just walk back into the tavern where everybody is. Would you like a drink?
Uh, sure.
Yeah. Jomin, yep. So Jomin walks back in, gets a drink, sits down at your table. He's got a black eye. He's got some scratches on him, and he's wincing in pain whenever he moves his right arm.
So, I mean, what have you done to yourself?
So funny story. I was sparring. I was going to spar, do some sparring, and then I ended up getting beaten up by an orc. But we both did well, and he was nice.
Dave, you're also like present for this as well because you're working on your tattoo in the room.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
But just in case you wanted to input into the conversation, you can if you wish.
No, I mean I have nothing. It's Jomin's choice.
Wait, what? Choice about what?
Well, to fight, so you got hurt on your own accord. I mean, I respect that, but
You respect. You got the respect.
I mean, I already have the respect of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware. I mean, I was going to take on an orc after all, so.
Doesn't matter, is it orc, dragon, or something? Important thing is you fight without fear.
Yes. That's
Well done.
very true. Oh, thank you. I really tried my best. Now my arm hurts, and I just kind of want to lay down, but I know I can't because we have things to do. I want to have an apple juice.
You have an apple juice. Yeah, you get order a drink. So, is there anything else anyone wants to do today? Or does anyone have anything they want to do? Anything they want to buy? Any shops they want to visit before we sort of fast forward the rest of the downtime?
I think Jomin definitely just wants to just heal himself. So
Yeah,
he
you can spend
heal on his
your last
way.
healing spell, and you can even spend like your lay on hands I think, to heal yourself.
Okay, I will do that.
So you can go ahead and spend whatever healing spells or abilities you need to heal yourself up.
Okay,
So-
I'll do a left hand. Do that for myself. 12.
Okay, so you heal yourself for
This one's
12,
still a little
and
bit sore,
that
but
takes
not as
you.
bad as before.
Yeah, it heals the worst of your wounds. The black eye sort of fades away. You've still got a little bruise, but you're pretty much gonna be fine in the morning.
Woo! I think that's probably it for Jomin for now. I think Just gonna take it easy for the rest of the day.
Okay, yeah, gentlemen, you take it easy. Anything anyone else wants to do?
Oh, don't think anybody wants to do it.
No, nobody has anything they want to do? Okay. Well, the time passes. I would like Dave. Have I made you do a crafting roll for the tattoo?
I think you did once.
If you've already had to do one crafting roll, then you won't have to do another. I can't. I think so. I think all you have to do is pay the second half of the thing. Oh no, wait. Yeah.
No, I already bought everything. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, cause how crafting works is you pay half of the cost and do a crafting roll, and depending on how good you roll, you might make it cost less, and then you pay the rest.
I already paid everything at start. I bought the whole thing. Who am I paying? I'm doing it myself.
Well, it's how crafting works, because you can sometimes if you roll good you can have it cheaper than it would normally cost. You're able to craft it with less resources. And if you roll bad, it sometimes takes more resources. It's how the crafting mechanic works. But I can't remember how much did you? I can't remember how much you paid.
I don't know either.
So we'll assume this time that you've paid the full amount.
I mean, I can roll again if you want.
No, you don't need to roll again. I just was trying to work out if you have to pay an extra bit. Because
what am I paying extra if I already bought the whole set?
Because that's not, you're not buying the set. You buy materials, and sometimes those materials aren't enough.
No, you don't understand. I bought materials that you stated are able to do more than one tattoo.
No, I did not, because that's not how crafting works. I weren't stated like that. That's not how crafting works in Pathfinder.
So I bought a whole set for the tattoo and doing it myself, and apparently it's not gonna be enough.
You've got the tattoo. I'm talking about the mechanics. I'm not talking about any in-world or flavor or in-world roleplay. I'm talking about specifically the mechanics of crafting.
Yeah, the mechanics are a bit weird. That's what
Right,
I'm saying.
because if you roll good on the crafting check, then you use less resources and don't need to get any extra. If you roll really bad, you might waste some resources while doing it, and then need more. That's how the mechanics work. That's how it works. You pay half costs when you start. You make a crafting roll, and then depending on the results of that, you can spend extra days crafting to make it cheaper, so that you don't have to pay as much, or you can pay to finish instantly. I think you spent a few extra days to craft it for without paying extra costs. So I'm going to be being more strict on actually making sure it's done correctly from now on. But yeah, you have you're like the only person who does any sort of crafting in the group, and you just craft tattoos for yourself, sir. But you successfully finish the tattoos, which you're tattooing your own face, because it's the eye slash marks go around your eyes.
Yeah, it goes from the eye.
So
around the eye.
Your eyes, Dave is tattooing his own face really close to his eyes with no fear. What's the shape of these marks? They look somewhat like scars or marks. What do they look like? Do they have any specific design to them for you?
There's just the three runes in a triangular pattern, 2 up, 1 down in the middle.
Okay. So by the end of the night, the skin around your eyes, your face around your eyes is red from obviously when you do a tattoo for the first time, it's all red and sore. But you successfully tattooed yourself, and you have the eye slash tattoo.
Yeah.
Which you see 4 times. You can see 4 times further than normal. If you have dark vision, you can see blood in color. You don't have. Do you have dark vision? You don't have dark vision.
Only when I rage.
Oh yeah, when you rage, you do. So, the day passes. Nobody has anything else they want to do. In which case, the day passes by. Everybody can take a rest to recover anything that they might need to recover. such as Matilda missing a few hit points, Jomin missing some spells. So the four of you can all rest.
I sleep.
So you all sleep, and you all awaken the next morning, and there's your... Well, before you go to sleep, before you guys retire for the night, you do see... you are visited in your tavern by the familiar form of Zeldin Fairshade, as he comes in. Like, aye, there you all are. I see you've recovered from that beatdown, Mr. Jomin. Aye, well, good job. Okay, you'll be expected at the Royal Airship at 0800 hours.
Wait, what?
Tomorrow morning, 0800, Royal Airship.
Okay.
May I ask why?
Well, you do want to get paid, don't you?
Yes.
You're being paid to be the bodyguard for the kin.
Oh, okay.
You all agreed to it, except for you. Well, no, actually, he doesn't know about the memory swap, so... You all agreed. You didn't sign a contract, but you did say you'd do it. So, I'll see you then. And he leaves.
See you then.
He heads out. He poofs out of there.
Okay.
He leaves, and the next morning arrives. And, does anyone have anything they want to do before you head to the airship?
I'll get the horses and the chariot.
Yep, you grab your horses and your horse and cart, your faithful horses, and with your horses, is there anything anyone else wants to do?
With a royal ship.
Whatchamacallit, Jonan is gonna make sure that he has everything, like, everything
Yeah,
prepared and stuff.
memory, repeat that?
We have horses.
Yes, we do. We have some lovely horses.
As you see, memory, these 4 horses, with 2 of them leading the cart, or 1 of them leading the cart?
Well, 2 of them are leading the car.
Oh yeah, Sinia and Sinia and Hades are leading the cart, and Svadolfari is Dave's horse. You see 3 large sort of like war horses, and then a pony.
No. Sinir and Svadilfari are leading the cart. They are my horses.
Oh, and then Hades is is Matilda's. So you see these 3 large sort of riding horses, or possibly war horses, and then a little green pony. That's happily sort of nuzzles up to Jomin.
Oh, hi. Hello there. I've missed you. I've really seen you this past few days. I hope you've been well, little fella.
Just making random horse sounds.
Random.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah, those are horse sounds. The horse nuzzles. The green horse nuzzles up to you, Jomin. Emerald.
Oh,
Um,
Emerald, that's right.
you all lead the horses, and you lead them up the stairs to getting them up and as you get them up along with the cart, you reach this large the stairs that lead up to the airship. The guard, captain of the guard, as well as the kin is here, and a few other guards. These all turned as they see you with a procession of horses bringing a cart up several flights of stairs. It's awkward. It's all very awkward journey. I kind of Dave, roll me a d20, please,
Give me a second.
and don't roll a 1, whatever you do.
It's not like you can help it.
Oh, time to roll a 1. Just a regular D20.
Yep, just roll a d20. And if you roll a 1, something bad is going to happen to your cart going up these stairs.
That's 5.
5, that's not good. That's not very good.
mean,
it's not a 1,
it's
but...
not 1. It's fine. I'm just gonna like...
As you're, as the cart is bumping up the stairs... Yes?
Didi, I have a question.
Yes?
How do they load resources into the ship? Do they have a
Cranes.
lift?
They have cranes.
That's a good question, though. That's what I.
Well, why am I not gonna use a damn crane to get the cart in?
Well, you never specified you wanted to use a crane.
Well, you kind of assumed I'm just gonna.
Well,
push
okay,
it up.
you can use a crane. Pushing it up would have been funny, but you can use a crane if you want.
I'm definitely gonna use the crane.
Yeah, the cart is uncoupled. The crane lifts the cart, and the separate crane also takes the horses up one by one, up onto the ship. As you get up, the captain is there waiting for you along with the kin. As you approach,
Don't worry about it.
the kin is currently walking up. He walks up the stairs. Is walking up the stairs and loading. As the captain turns and sees you there, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're just on time. Are you all ready for the journey?
They're ready.
Well,
The
good,
horses.
because I won't be joining you. But my
Thank
best
you very
guards.
much.
I'm the city guard. I have to stay with the guard, but the royal guard will be there, and so will I." As you see the priestess of Pharasma, whose name nobody actually has, I believe.
Okay, her name is Priestess. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I haven't actually given her a name yet because no one cares what her name is.
I think we're starting a new law that priestesses of plasma
Don't have names.
don't have names. That's part of
Uh,
their commitment.
The priestess of Pharasma makes her way up,
I mean,
towards
she
you.
she did introduce herself to Dave as Priestess of Terasma. So Dave assumes they just go by the name Priestess.
As she comes up, she's walking up the stairs. I will be joining you on this trip, of course. You also see there is a wizard, a man in wizard robes. That is the Zegan Malice, the resident mage, and this very old man. He basically looks like Gandalf, and he stood next to the kin, talking as to the kin on board on deck. Hey, well, I better leave you all in there, then. Don't let the kin die, or you'll die next.
I mean, if the king dies, we die next to it as well, I guess.
Death is not a very pleasant experience. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I don't want to die anytime soon. I mean, at least I'll get to be with my grandma, my grandpa.
Why, well, that's dark, isn't it? Goodbye. He leaves.
Bye bye.
See you later.
That's somewhat depressing up here. I'm gonna go. He heads back down the stairs to continue with his job.
He's showing his hints of depression.
Oh, poor
He did.
Jomin. So, you are all up here. The priestess of Rasma is here with you, ready to board the royal airship. Well, is there anything? Does anyone have anything to do or say before you guys board?
No, not me at least.
Gore and RP also make their way up the stairs, and are here as well, ready to go on the journey. Well, if no one has anything, so you all are able to board. You all board the Royal Airship. It's the Royal Airship Celestia. Yeah, that's the name. And you all board on it. It's a huge ship, and it's a big it's got it's very fancy. It's got like gold trim around the edges, and it's also got several cannons, like not ship cannons, like full-on steampunk anti-air gun, like AA, like they're like the size of AA guns, of anti-air guns. They are these huge, steampunk-esque magical cannons that are. There's about 6 pairs of them. They come in each one. There's 6 of them. Each one has like 2 barrels, and these things are massive, like 20 feet in length, 15 feet across. These things are huge, and there are 6 of them, all spread out around the deck of the ship as you board. You can see there's like the front of the ship where you load on, where you step on and it's protruding out, and then there's like a raised part with a roof that you can actually go into, and it's got a roof, and it's like an indoor part. And the airship, this isn't like the one you see on the map, the sort of Zeppelin one with a balloon. This isn't a balloon based airship. This is like a full-on mechanical airship. And as you step on board, and the last few people, the last shipments stuff are put on board. There's not really any shipments. You were really the last people to board. As you board, the ground rumbles below you. Parts of the airship sort of start light up with this magical glow, and it begins to lift and pull away from. It begins to pull away from the port and float off into the sky, and it starts turning below you and moving down south towards Crater Point. And you begin your journey. A journey that on foot would take several days at least on foot. This journey would be probably like maybe 2 weeks on foot. It'd be a pretty big journey. By airship, it should only take you a couple of days. And you're making your way down south. It's estimated that it should take you about 1.5 days on airship. Because you still have a decent chunk of the continents to cross.
Sounds cool.
So it'll be like closer to 2 days, but about 1.5, bit over half. And your journey begins. You are on this boat with on this ship with you've got like the king and his guards, the wizard and the priestess of Erasma, the main important people who are on board this vessel. Is there anything anyone wants to do in the time on the vessel, or anyone that anyone wants to talk to?
I want to test my tattoos, so I'm just gonna look around in the.
So you get right to like the front of the ship, and you look out, and you can see for like miles and miles. You can see it far off into distance where no one else can see. You see it. Yeah, you see the forest. That's like a day's travel south of Wayside City. You can see your vision sort of. I don't know how far you. Your vision sort of stops just past the forest, and where the horizon sort of blurs with the sky. But that's already like a decently chunk more than most people can see. Like you can see just past the forest.
Dave thinks to himself, elves might be able to see far, but Dave sees farther than elf.
Yes, Dave does see farther than Elf. Indeed.
Another common victory for Dave.
Indeed.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just gonna like look around, be amazed what I can see.
Yeah, you can see a lot. Like a lot. Yeah, so your journey passes by. Is there anything memory Matilda or Jomin would like to do on your trip?
Memory has never been on an airship before, so she's sort
Yeah,
of
these
looking around. with
memory has never even
amazement.
seen an airship before. These definitely did not exist though you have not much memory of when you were alive. These things definitely did not exist when you were alive.
Matilda hides in like the airship because she is terrified of heights, and also is feeling the whole travel altitude thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you spend most of the trip inside, hiding away. What about, so you remember, you said, yeah, you haven't seen one of these before. It's all new to you. What do you want to do?
Memory's just sort of taking it all in, exploring, marveling at the technology that's
Yeah.
sort of incomprehensible to her.
Yeah, like these the closest thing that you could think of for these like weird cannons they have is something like a ballista. And you see like each of the cannons has like the guards operate the airship's guards operate them, and they're like huge. There's one guard. There's the four. There are the four royal guards present, as well as the main airship crew who fly it, and the two of the royal guards always seem to be manning the front two of these cannons. One of them sort of sees you at some point, marveling at them, sort of puts his hand on the side of it. Hey, it's a beauty, isn't it? the finest in engineering.
How do they work? Please tell me.
Well, we use this here. He points to like a bunch of like dials and buttons and switches. This here. He swings like a wheel around and the contraption begins moving, like with a grinding metal. And as he stops and he like makes it lower and heighten. He's like, we use this to aim, and then when we pull this lever, you charge it up. It charges up with it's I'll admit I don't know the exact specific details, but it uses some sort of magical charging crystal thing. But it basically fires light. Blasty, hot lightning light. Magical bolts, if you will.
Like arrows.
Sure, like giant magical arrows that could skin a dragon. Hey, you hit one of these bad boys could even blast a dragon out of the sky. Not that we've seen any dragons flying around for a while.
I imagine not, with guns like these capable of taking them down.
No, the dragons haven't been seen for a few hundred years, probably. I don't think a dragon's been seen for at least 100 years, if not more. Long before these beauties existed.
Have they really become so rare?
Oh, I mean, they were always. Dragons haven't been seen much since the old war. That was about 1,000 years ago, maybe. And sure, a few of them survived that, but they've been slowly dying off ever since. I don't think. There's been rumors, of course, but there's not been any confirmed sightings of a dragon for maybe 200-300 years.
How peculiar.
Hmm.
Oh, don't mind me.
Most of them disappeared after the war. After the Draconic War, way back when.
I'm trying to remember.
Jomin, is there anything you'd like to do on board the ship?
No, not really.
No, that's
I
okay.
haven't- He's just like kind of. He kind of like, if anything, just admires the view, if anything, like of everything.
Yeah.
But he also kind of like hides, like too, because he's also not a fan of heights like that.
Mm-hmm.
He can tolerate like being on Dave's shoulders, but that's it. Like,
Yeah.
he's not a fan of.
You stay a bit
high
further back,
places.
a bit further back from the edge.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
like,
you are like you're like maybe a 1,000 feet up or something. Like you're pretty high.
Yeah.
You fall from
That's
this height,
me.
you're gonna be taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So as you guys fly on, onwards into towards Crater Point, you're flying on for most of the for the first day, and eventually night falls, and everyone goes to sleep. Obviously there's always got to be someone flying the thing, so obviously the crew are on like shifts. But your journey south to the next leg of your adventure has begun. And looking at the time, I am wondering if maybe we end it there for today.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll have a bigger group for next session. So we're gonna end that there for today. You have set off on the next leg of your journey. How's everyone feeling about that?
Feels awesome.
Excited.
It's always interesting to see a new zone.
Yep, means I've got a lot of work to do to prepare the new zone. Thank you all for coming along. Thank you to our viewers for watching, and we will see you all next time, the same time next week, for the next exciting episode of Draig Dice. So